Welcome to Wasted Wednesday, where you get some Alan Wake. Because y'all liked Alan Wake last time, and I sure as actually hell did. This will be the only game you're getting today on Wasted Wednesday, due to the awesomeness that will be Friday. Also, I've been up since 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm really, really tired. That picture up in the corner of Homer, yeah, that's me right now. Drinking, mostly nude. In fact, Homer's wearing more clothes than I am right now. It's a little bit more drunk than I am. We need to change that. We need to pump these rookie numbers up. And of course I am drinking Duff, which of course is the... I'm not actually drinking. Hard drive Alan Wake? What? Hard drive... Okay.
Help you folks?
There we are.
Randolph. I'm the manager.
I remember all this.
We're looking for Rose. Works as a...
Hold on. I need to get my bearings. And like I said, rookie number drink. Weak sauce. So yeah, sorry folks, this will be the only game you get today for Wasted Wednesday. I know. Low energy content. But fact of the matter is, I am really tired, and B, I'm really tired. But like I said on Friday, you're going to get all the other stuff.
Waitress down at the diner?
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who wants to know?
My God, his neck is long!
Writer, huh?
I didn't realize that last time. Look at the size of his neck!
I'll show you her trailer. That Rose, she's a nice girl.
He's a fucking giraffe!
As I was saying, Al, I found all sorts of weird stuff from the local newspaper's archives. This place is crazy! Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends come true, and, get this, most of this stuff takes place around Cauldron Lake.
Well, you
But it is a cauldron.
Mister. The Indians thought the lake was a doorway to the underworld. I'm the God-fearing type myself. I don't hold with that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, there was an island there owned by a guy called Thomas Zane.
Silent Hill.
Now, some of the articles I found about him make him out to be a famous writer.
What?
But I ran couldn't find a single thing he wrote. Zane was heavily into diving, so much so that the place came to be called
an ancestor
Diver's
of Billy
Isle.
Zane?
But the volcano under the lake erupted in 1970, and Zane went down with the island.
That neck. My Christ nugget, that neck. Also, he's a writer, so he's got those patches on his shoulder. Look at his waddle. Bet he supported his country, killing them Iroquois and them Afghans. Afghan. Maybe there's a coffee thing around here somewhere. I need my coffee. Where's my fucking coffee? It's not here. What a stupid thing to not have coffee.
Come on, mister. I'll take you to Rose's trailer.
Sure, I'm just abusing the privacy of the people who live here. Wow, look! A dead baby buried in the backyard. Don't see that back home in the big city. Unless they're
Just
brown.
follow me. It's not far.
You don't need to shout. Checkpoint reached. Is that a boat turned sideways to block shit off? You didn't think of getting rid of that? That does seem like a fire hazard, among other things. What the modern car and the shitty, trailer that they're living in? I mean, if I ended up living in America, I'd probably live in a trailer. There's really no other way around it.
Yeah, how about that? It was there in the morning, as if it had fallen from the sky. But it would take a tornado to lift something like that. We're damn lucky it didn't crush any of the trailers.
Is that blood? Like, you're totally cool with the fact that it's blood. Also, you seem really cool about it.
Listen, I got things to do. This place don't run itself.
Ooh, hot dog stand. God, could you imagine the food cart in this place? The internal parasites of this. Let's have a look. Oh, what a W! Oh, you know it's good quality. It has W's. Ew, clam chowder?
Oh, give me a break, mister. Can we just get a move on?
Alright, you fucking mopey prick. I'm trying to read that. A designer wrote that, you know? Just... I'm stuck in a brush. In a brush.
It gets better. A local girl, Barbara Jagger,
blaring.
drowned in Cauldron Lake just a week earlier.
Mama's
They were
listening to
lovers.
her stories.
Sure, Jagger's a local spook story. The Scratching Hag comes for you in the dark. Childish stuff like that.
Anyway, Al, I'm just getting to the best part. All of the articles about this stuff were written by Cynthia Weaver. I asked around, and she's that crazy bag lady you met.
What?
She's
the
not-
lamp lady?
Yeah.
She can be a little
she's
loopy,
a lamp
but
lady.
she's not homeless.
But in no way.
Yeah, anyway, she knew both Jagger and Zane before they both died, and she had some kind of a breakdown.
Wait, what are you doing at the... What are you doing at the... Oh, okay, that seemed a very good use of your time. The word is... The word is tire swing! Yay! Physics! Physics in motion. This place isn't so bad. I'm not seeing a single meth lab, for starters. That's good.
Well, mister, this here's Rose's trailer. You mind me asking what you want with her?
We're just here
Her
to talk
ass
to her,
mostly,
pal.
but perhaps her mouth too. I don't know. Hope she's not possessed by an evil undead crow lady or something. That would just be unfortunate. Oh, poor lady. She needs to deal with that. Seriously, a bit of plywood. Might not look pretty, but you wouldn't break your ankle. Brains.
Welcome to... Oh dear. Mr. Wake.
She's got
I'm so
blurred-itis.
glad you're here.
Run!
Rose, you have my manuscript?
Oh. Oh yes. Yes. Please, come in.
I am totally normal. You sound alright to me.
This is really good.
Rose,
Yes.
my manuscript.
It's
I
good that we
really
know the
need it.
coffee's
I
good.
understand. I know what you need. A muse to inspire you.
Oh, for Barry. She doesn't have anything.
Yeah, hey, Al. Al, what's... Oh,
Drugs.
Barry! What?
Barry.
What?
This just blands my face. Coffee. Emotionally dead.
It's coming for you, hiding in my barber's skin. I'm too weak to stop it. You must turn the lights on.
I promised I'd come visit you and your lovely wife. You must finish what you started. I insist.
You must turn the lights on. Turn the light on.
Energizer. Whoa.
Back to work, boy.
Oh, sorry there, folks. Got to go now and...
I felt
pause
nauseous,
this.
hungover. Only anger kept me going.
Whoa! I will let this continue in a second. I just got to resolve this. Pardon what? Still my Facebook open. Still trying to sell my treadmill and my one up here. Should check this out. Still trying to sell my treadmill and my laptop, my PC. I'm getting my laptop next week, by the way, folks. So that means I get to return to, at the very least, talking on the balcony. That should be fun. Yeah, drinking will be back. That'll be great.
reality from dream anymore, but it seems I have an imaginary editor to help me. She's an old woman in a funeral dress. I call her Barbara Jagger. She's very strict.
Does she move like
I'm writing
Jagger?
faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are getting very aggressive, and each day there's less of me and more of her. I hate it, but I know she's right. She promises me I can save Alice this way. She knows more of this than I do. About the complex incantation I'm attempting. About this place. She's worked with another writer under similar circumstances, Thomas Zane. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I'm getting close. I can feel it.
Okay. Now, of course, I will look at the bookshelf, and oh look, there's a book right at the end. It's one of mine. Cool. There's all my books. Here's her little shrine dedicated to me. She must have masturbated quite vigorously to those pictures. Belief of Change. All the self-help books. This is a lady who probably was molested by her dad. I'm just throwing it out there. I know it's morbid. And how many stuffed elephants does she need? Honestly. It's like Elephantopia. But I don't know, it's just like hide away in the past is not going to solve anything. This wallpaper though? Nope. Nada.
Rose took a day from me. I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road.
Yeah, but I want to steal shit first, so everyone has the same coffee maker. Has no one heard of Nescafe? Yeah. Oh, Rose. You
Welcome
okay?
to the Oh Dear Diner. What can I get you today? Coffee?
I couldn't work up much hate for Rose. Something had used her to get to me and left its mark.
First refill is free. Milk and sugar on the counter there. Would you like to hear today's specials? Thank you. A nice day. Come back soon.
Aw, everyone who works in the service industry ends up like this at some point. Oh, she does... Wait, why the hell does she have completely clean mugs and plates and pots in her dish? Her thingamajig? No. Also, cooking with corn! 72 easy recipes, but I see no corn around here. All I see is a coif of beautiful hair. My God, it's well coiffed. I blame both alcohol and alcacrol. And she has more than one copy of...
Barry was out of it. He was way too heavy to carry.
He was also farting
right.
constantly.
I deserve more money. I'm so handsome.
Ha! Obese people equate funny! Wait a minute. I have an important question I must ask of this place. Where is the place where she goes poopy and pee-pee? There is no bathroom here! What madness is this? Does she outhouse? She porta potties, doesn't she? Public showers too, I bet. Someone has foot fungus, spreads it.
My gun and flashlight were gone. I'd have to find a way to get
For
Barry into the
reasons that
car
were
as quickly as
stupid and
possible.
contrived.
There was no time to waste.
Yep, she doesn't have a bathroom. Episode 3, Ransom.
Mr.
Random.
Randolph liked Rose. That little smile she had. How she was still sweet when life had tried so hard to make her bitter. It wasn't any of his business what she did in her trailer. But those strangers, the writer and his smart-ass sidekick, looked like trouble. And they'd been in there for hours, way past her normal bedtime. He reached for the phone and called the sheriff's station.
Oh, he seemed like such a nice dude. We don't like strangers around these parts. No, seriously, I just can't get over the fact that A, she has a fuck shrine in a very sort of Olga from, or was it Helga? It was Helga, wasn't it? From, Hey Arnold. Also, her bed looks so uncomfortable. Very well cleaned. If I clean, the voices will stop, and that's probably why. She has a... Yeah. No, I don't approve of this layout one iota. Nice color scheme though. Management keeps them nice and pale. Perhaps she has a place to go poopy and pee-pee in the back. She does not. It raises several questions. Like, where the hell does this door go to? What the? Whoa. That door is not on the other side. I'm sorry if I'm getting like I'm hung up over this, but... that back door there. There's no entrance. Like... this makes no sense! What sort of madness do you live in, woman? Where does your back door go? Does it go where the toilet lives? Do you have a toilet? My God. My God, it makes all the sense now. Everything. The grassy knoll. Where the plumes looked coming out of Tower 1. Yes. Yeah, wait, no. That makes less and less sense more I think about it. The fact that your trailer makes no sense definitely does. Yes. Radio! I get to listen to all the latest tunes and infotainment.
I just stepped outside to catch a breath of fresh air. Let me tell you, the weather's getting heavy. Nights like this make me especially glad I'm here talking to you and not home in bed. Once the weather takes a turn like this, I can't sleep at all. It's all tangled bed sheets and dark thoughts, punctuated by the occasional plunge into nightmare. Is it just me? Well, perhaps it is.
Ooh, you're getting dark.
But I
and
hope
morbid.
I can make the night a little bit easier to get through. Caller, you're on KBF FM.
KBF FM.
Hi, it's Walt Snyder.
What's on your mind, Walt?
Well, I ain't the way you are, but, I can't sleep either, you know? I just been staring out the window here, trying to make sense of it all, but, I ain't been drinking either, you know?
Well, you sound like a man with a problem, Walt.
Yeah, I had a, you know...
Oh, he's the drunk in the,
You know, Danny and,
in the sheriff's office.
With the law,
Hi, Bill.
you know, and, I'm just...
We had a massive
like that,
mystery.
Yeah. Well,
And now we're listening to this.
You know, Daddy's my best friend, and, they let me on bail today. And now I'm just alone here at the window, you know, waiting. Man.
This is the drunk from the drunk tank from the sheriff's
I was
office.
just outside looking up at the sky above our broadcast tower thinking the same thing. What are you waiting for, Walt?
I don't know. You know, something's gonna happen. You know, I think I better go.
Well, Walt, maybe...
No, thanks, Pat.
Great help there, Walt.
Well, good luck to you, Walt. Hang in there.
Maybe not kill
Let's take
yourself or
little
go on a
break,
murder
folks. This
spree.
weather's really something else, huh?
How can I be sure you walk away?
Great, I got a soundtrack that's going to be copyright claimed. Which happened, by the way, the last stream. Copyright! Not that it matters. But yeah, this trailer will always bug me. This woman's fucking home, has no toilet, but they have a door leading to nowhere. Where does it go? What does it do? I don't know. Do you? Sorry. It tests me, it does. Not as much as hopping, like I'm playing Quake. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's get to the car. Let's get out of this popsicle stand. Oh, now I can actually check this out. Because he was yelling at me earlier. Hot dogs, $1.50. That's about the same here in Ireland. But it's with a W, so it's better. Famous dog for $3.50. Nice. Belly burst. Oh, this is the one that the crazy guy who ran the petrol station was going on about. The belly burster. $16. Jesus, that better be a good hot dog. This place looks clean enough that I don't expect there to be a single meth lab. And she's got she's like all kidsy. She's kind of like never grew up, so I don't imagine they smoke a lot of meth. It was probably built for that purpose, but she's never partaken of it, you know? Like the way I've never had a party here in this apartment, but it's clearly redesigned, and fuck you can. Special plates. Nothing special about any of these, except maybe the zany chicken fried steak. And rabbit food, dick. They also don't sell soda. I don't like that. Or beer. I don't like that more. The boat's there for no reason whatsoever. Get to the car, not the chopper. Hi, so there was this demon who possessed the girl who lives there.
Oh, you're gonna get it now. God knows what you've done to that poor girl.
This is Agent Nightingale, FBI! Get him up, Hemingway! You're under arrest!
That's not my
name. Move a muscle, I'll unload right in your goddamn face! Stay right where you are, Triple A!
If that escalated quickly. What am I, fucking $6 million man? I'm outrunning bullets!
What are? I'm standing right here, you goddamn maniac!
Yeah, but you're not likable, so it's okay. Also, who am I?
I hated to leave Barry behind, but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
Even though an off. This is a psychological drama because we say so. This is his sprint, by the way. Music courtesy of
Stop running! There he goes!
Mass Effect, I guess?
Okay, Ben. Keep your eyes peeled. He's gonna try to make it through here.
How do you know? I feel it in my police gut. They're literally firing flares! I'm not even armed. I mean, I might have killed several hundred people at this point, but still, I'm not armed right now. Oh, also, I have a chance, folks. Something I didn't notice in the last stream. Look at the size of his neck. It's just... he's a fucking giraffe. It is impressive and horrifying in equal measure. That shit. Run! Run! Ow.
God! Come on, guys. We need to head him off.
Where could he have gone? Maybe we should have hopped down into that chasm and looked for him. Don't be crazy. We're not paid enough to go down to chasms. Dark presence sleeps.
For decades, the darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's skin slept fitfully in the dark place that was its home and prison. It was hungry and in pain. It dreamed of its nights of glory when the poet's writing had called it from the depths and given it a brief, terrible taste of power and freedom. The rock stars had stirred it from the deep sleep the poet had sunk it back to in the end. When it sensed the writer on the ferry, it opened its eyes.
Okay. So it only lives through writers. There is a journal. They have their own newspaper in town. Wouldn't that count as a writer? Also, what about somebody who, like, just doodles a few lines on a piece of paper, or even just writes a letter. Hey Chief, you seeing this? It's like a dark abyss is going around. Keep your eyes on killing people. Whoa! I wonder if they'll blame me for this. Somehow I hulked out. Yeah,
Nightingale, over. What on earth is going on? My deputies tell me you fired at Wades and he didn't have a gun.
whoa, they're actually addressing this. Hold on.
Over.
Sheriff, Wade's running. I'm giving chase. I don't have time for this.
Well, make the time. Can't just go shooting at people in my town. Over.
I'm a federal agent pursuing a fugitive. You want to discuss my methods, Sheriff? Make an appointment. Over.
You stay right where you are, Agent Nightingale. I'm on my way. Out.
Yeah, see, oh, for God's sake. Can't have a moment to myself. All I can do is drink my beer. Yeah, it seems every time you go and start putting pen to paper, a demon lady in a funeral dress just goes and starts. I don't even know what she's doing. Summoning the negative karma from people, driving you insane. I mean, I'm not quite sure what the end goal of the old lady who should have given me a hand job back in that diner. I don't know what her end goal is. Being a bitch, I guess. I should stop smoking and drinking large quantities of cyanide. Wait, one's okay, the other... And that's the end of the game. Fever dream, Alan Wake, the fever dream. Also, I want to point out, was that car driving itself? Where are the bodies? This is back the way I came, okay, fair enough. I am fairly tired. I've been up since 2 o'clock in the morning, and it's currently 4 something. I wouldn't have done this in the same pattern had I had the chance, but no, I don't. Huh? Random shot. People taking pot shots at me, and I've got no weapons. I think Alan would do something like punch things. No, this is just him having to deal with cataracts. I was gonna say, did they actually address seeing this shit too? Like, actually, you know what it looks like? It looks like there's gas in the room. Have you ever seen gas in the room? It's all wavy and shit. Andy, no! Not Andy. Such a well-defined character. Maybe he'll leave me his gun.
This horror was everywhere I went, circling me. The cops didn't stand a chance. They were after a writer, not a monster.
And they can't even seem to get the writer.
He's the guy we're chasing. If it's not him, who then? Bigfoot?
Hope so. I want to see Bigfoot.
I'm not in the habit of jumping to conclusions. That tends to come back and bite you in the ass. Out.
One's federal, the other's local law enforcement. They have to stay in an apartment for a year. One likes big government, the other doesn't. They're not gonna get along, oh dear. It's the sheriff and the fed. Not a chopper! Wow! Wasn't expecting a random helicopter. Those spotlights suck. They don't even spot me.
You on the ground. Hold it right there.
Okay.
There's nowhere to run.
Wait, they're not gonna make me use the helicopter's thing, are they? What the fuck? Did they attack the helicopter? Yeah. I'd love to see that. Well, we just lost a couple of $1,000 worth of equipment and a couple of good agents. Hope someone addresses this. Oh, how convenient. Beautiful countryside. E is for exit. You know, I know this game came out years beforehand, but every time I'm up in a ranger station, I just immediately think of, what's it called? Watchman? Watchtower? Firewatch, that's the one.
This is James. Mulligan, Thornton, come in. Over.
Thornton here. James, we got both Wheeler and Rose in custody. They didn't put up a fight or anything. Why, they were... Hey, Mulligan, what are you doing? Come on.
Sit down and give me that. James, Mulligan here. Over.
Oh, it's a running gag. They fight for
Mulligan,
control
over.
for a radio.
We got Wheeler and Rose here. Wheeler's drunk or hopped up on something. Speaking of which, that Fed had a pretty distinctive whiff of Otis Scotch about him, you know what I mean. Over.
I don't have anything on that, Deputy Mulligan. Over.
Well, whatever. Anyway, Rose is just being plain weird here. You better get Doc in to take a look at both. Over.
Gotcha. You better get them here quickly. The, Fed's gonna want to interview Wheeler. Over.
Oh, yeah, I'll bet he does. Looks like they have a lot in common. Mulligan out.
Yeah, I remember you saying you were on the way out. That sucks, but like you said, you had some prospects. I hope they're still valuable. You don't need to go into too much detail here out in public. I mean,
I could see the lights at the radio station in the distance.
Cool. That's a terrible place for a radio station. But I do hope that you find a place that's livable. Even it doesn't need to be at, you know, doesn't need to be the Ritz. But you know, some place to hang your hat.
I imagine that the
happens fairly
broadcast
quickly
tower in
too,
the
you know?
distance was part of the local radio station. Maine seemed like a decent guy. Perhaps he could give me directions to the coal mine.
Or else call the law on me, seeing how even the FBI are after me.
Unnatural shadows clung to the gate. The darkness that was after me was trying to stop me. I wouldn't get through without a light.
Okay, let's go back. Let's actually found it. Let's go up this way.
There was no power to the searchlight.
Ooh, just a random military searchlight. Just laying there. Right. Oh, this is the really cool generator that's constantly vibrating and falling apart. Yeah, look at it. Look at it do his little dance. Blum 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 blum. During mating season, the average
The old generator conked out. I'd have to see if I could fix it and try again.
Never mind. It speaks for itself. Ease to kick it. There, that seemed like it would make the job. Clunk, 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 clunk. Now let's try that joke again. Oh shit! I understand. See, it's gone. Yeah, oh, it's a timed thing. One more time, I'm gonna get this joke out of me if it kills you. Particularly you in the corner. The one with hopes and dreams. Yes, you. During mating season, the average generator will vibrate its thorax 300,000 times a second. In an intricate dance that will wow us all. There we go. Look, it actually destroyed the damn gate, not just the shadow. Here we go again. How convenient. Simply, this is the most powerful weapon you can use against all evil. Fuck you, handcrafted wooden gates that have been around since the 1800s.
It took me a moment to recognize the flashbang grenades. They were an ideal weapon for my situation.
Why does a bunch of country cops have flashbangs? They have phosphorus in them.
This is Sheriff Breaker. Report. Over. Team 2, come in. I need a report. Over. Come on, guys. Talk to me. Come in, please. Over.
God, they're losing a lot of cops as of late. Well, now we got flashbangs. I don't know why we have flashbangs, but I got them. I know how flashbangs work. God, that was easy. Yeah. That made no sense for two reasons. Number one, he was already free of the taint. And number two, I looked right out of a damn flashbang. Hey, Zach! Welcome to the Low Energy Drunk Hour. Speaking of, it has been a while. Incredibly watery American beer. A staple on this show. Which I find hilarious because when I'm in America, I don't drink American crappy beer. I drink foreign beer, and, more importantly, I drink American good beer. They keep all their microbreweries to themselves, and they make quite the hoot. I've also got some vodka for the endurance stream this weekend. Ho, that's going to be chaos, let me tell you.
And here's another call. You're on KBFFM with Pat Maine.
KBFM, Pat Maine.
What's on your mind, Milt?
Well, I live near the trailer park, Pat, and there's a big ruckus going on over there.
Well, that's just up the road from me, too. What's going on, do you know?
I don't know, but there's a bunch of police cars there, lots of sirens, a helicopter buzzing around.
One of them helicopters done crashed. I'm surprised you didn't hear it.
Yes, sir. like from a pistol. So can you find out what's going on? Because it's just next door and they're popping off guns there.
They're still shooting?
He sounds a little bit...
No, it was maybe 10, 15 minutes ago. It sounds serious, Pat. I'm telling you, it don't sound like no party.
I'm certainly going to give the station a call, Milt.
Okay.
You'll hear it here as soon as I hear from them.
Okay, thanks.
Up. Evil spirits. I've got a flashbang gun. Which don't work like that at all. Oh yeah. These things are just ridiculously OP. Just let the spirits rush at you real quick, as such. Dead. Ow. Your ghostly powers are no match for white phosphorus. Spec Ops The Line will be able to kick these guys' asses. What? More cops. More flashbangs. Ah! Jazz bombs! You could even just throw it out. What the hell is up with these damn grenades? I apparently have no vision that can be impaired by bright lights. Whatever I'm on, it's fucking potent, I'm gonna say that. And look, even after they've reverted back to human form, you can still kill them. It's sad. If you notice that even the cops have fireman axes, it's like they didn't have the balls to give them guns. Because if they did, that would probably make it.
I hope Maine could lend me a car to get to the coal mine.
It's Lorna Miles.
Oh, hello, Lorna. What do you have for us?
Well, I just don't see why the cops bothered with you. Of course you would have trouble in a place like that. I mean, what do you expect? The sheriff should be helping us normal citizens instead of wasting resources on those people.
Poor people.
Well,
let the try to sort themselves out. I'm sorry, but my granddaddy settled in Bright Falls in 1911.
well, thank you very much for that compassionate viewpoint, Lorna.
Poor people. Oh, they do love this song. I know we're receptionist or anything like that. So let's have a look at the just shows they've got on offer. They have the Night Owl, of course, but they also have the Early Bird, which is start your day right, 7 to 10. All night, every night. Okay. Guessing they just played music in between. They've only got 2 shows. Wait, is that what I think it is? No, it's Spotlight. I briefly thought about a career in radio.
Oh, here's a little surprise. The famous writer Alan Wake just walked in. Folks, I'm going to see if I can talk him into an interview.
Come on in, Mr. Wake.
More of an office. But...
it looks... Oh, I'm so glad you could find the time to do this, Mr. Wake.
Wow, that escalated quickly. You call me Dan Brown.
Whoa, everyone calm down. Put this gun
Hubbard.
down. We're all friends here, right?
Cool your jets, Nightingale. We got him.
free!
What the hell's the matter with you? There's a civilian
What
in
is
there.
this dialogue? Normal people talk like this. Well, that seemed pointless.
I'll get you yet, even if it kills me. You hear me? You hear me, HP Logan?
He really is just gonna name off every single author he knows. You hear me, Ursula K. Le Guin? You will pay! Damn you, Tolstoy! Get back here!
So many cliffs, it was ridiculous. That's what you get for naming a book The Sudden Stop. It was probably good I hadn't had the chance to tell Maine where I was going. I'd have to lose the cops and find my own way to the mine.
This seems so pointless, this one scene. You go here and then suddenly, what? Yeah, I don't get what his deal is. He apparently has been hunting you for days, but you're not even introduced. Meanwhile, manuscript. There's a lot of characters whose motivation I don't really follow. Like the guy who gave me the flares in the previous chapter. What was his deal?
Nightingale stared through the broken studio window into the dark woods. He turned around, started to walk out, but Maine grabbed his arm. "Young man, you almost shot me. You don't shoot off rounds at people like that. What's the matter with you?" Nightingale shook his arm free, marched out. His cheeks burned with rage and humiliation.
In all fairness, I gotta say to the DJ, he's got some balls. When Mr. Rogers gets shot at, he's not angry, he's just disappointed. Reach the train depot. I can do that. And what you guys can do, folks, if you could, please like and subscribe and share. I would greatly appreciate it. Flashbang! Flashbangs are OP as fuck. Here's a gun. Wow, just random guns left all around. Okay. Got my shotgun. That was a shotgun. Whoa! I don't like the way they come in twos, I gotta say. In all fairness, they are incredibly easy to kill. It's just that they, What? Two. Better not sue. It's just they tend to come in like droves. It's kind of annoying. Yes, could you fucking throw that shit? You can't defend your friend forever. Let myself get killed here real quick. Come on. Come on. Make it happen. There we go. Also, if the darkness wants me to finish writing the book, why is she trying to kill me at the same time? Like, this makes... So far,
I had
this
fallen
plot
off
is
so many
making
cliffs
no
it was
sense.
ridiculous. That's what you get for naming a book The Sudden Stop. It was probably good
Not
I
just
hadn't
the
had the
premise
chance
of it, but I mean, like, why am I being chased by the thing that wants me to work?
Maine where I was going. I'd have to lose the cops and find my own way to the mine.
Clearly you just don't understand what it is to be an artist. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, I was at one point seriously considering working in a local radio station back in Swords, where I grew up. Would you fucking... Something's wrong. It's hurl the, yeah, that. Why won't it let me, throw the flashbang?
I'll get you.
Options. Controls. It's the same as before. Key binding.
Even if it kills me, you hear me? You hear me, H.P. Lovecraft?
I had fallen off so many cliffs.
You hear me,
it was
Hubbard?
ridiculous.
Don't you be
That's what
starting
get
any
for naming
cults
a book
now.
A sudden stop. It was probably good I hadn't had the chance to tell Maine where I was going.
I'm
I'd have
not
to
a big
lose the
fan of
cops
having
and
to
find
hear
my
this
own way
guy's
to the
voice
mine.
every single time you die. Modern games, what they do is they try to spice up the dialogue a little bit, in case you've done it again and again and again. So this thing doesn't happen. Alright, so, throw flash grenade. Has it worked? Why hasn't it worked? Throw! There it is! What was up with that bullshit? 1, 2... I don't like the combat in this game. I don't even think it's necessary. You could have found other ways to spice it up. Combat is not necessarily the only thing you can do.
There was no sensible reason for the power company work lights to be here. It was almost as if they'd been left for someone like me to use.
Again, I actually like the way at least he addresses that. But I don't know, the combat just doesn't seem necessary. Shotgun, it's your birthday. Wow, that's a whole lot of people trying to kill me. Ah! No, no, no. Dick. Maybe the alcohol's starting to finally kick in. Whizzle! You mother cunt whizzle! What is that insanity? That level of low energy sweetness that is not sweet. It's sinister. Fucking troll them! Thank you. For some reason the button's gotten confusing. I'm sure there's some secrets around here or whatever, I don't care. Selfie. Duracell! Buy Duracell! A triangle. Oh, phone.
Hello?
The most stubborn man I've ever met.
Alice? Alice?
Alan. Alan. I'm so afraid. He keeps me in the dark. Please help
Okay.
Looking out from behind your eyes.
This is clearly like the real world trying to
Alice,
kick in.
I'm here.
I'm so alone here. It's all gonna go to hell. You need to be careful. Cooperate.
The connection had been terrible, but that wasn't the only thing that hadn't been right with the call. She sounded wrong somehow, but she had called me.
It's almost like I'm clearly going through some sort of psychotic episode that will be tried to pay off with some cheap shock value twist at the end of it. Hiya, short bus. Welcome to the show. I'm getting drunk and shooting ghost zombie people, don't you know?
The pipe wrenched itself loose from the bridge's steel framework. Wrapped in darkness, it floated in midair, twitching. For a moment,
Oh,
I
Jay
didn't understand
Darkay
what I
said
was
he'd
looking
be on
at.
for the
heavy object
endurance
lurched at me
stream
with
on
impossible
Friday.
force. I
That'd be
threw
pretty
myself
cool.
out of the way, but just barely. When I turned my flashlight on it, it shook in a dark rage before it flew at me again.
I just pictured the idea of his flashlight literally flinging itself.
I could
at him.
see a railway bridge up ahead and a warehouse of some sort on the opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there.
I am heavily armed, so I suppose I'll just steal it. At this point, I've clearly killed like 50 people, so, you know. How cool this reminds me of, that mission in Half-Life 2. Also, that would have happened regardless. Isn't this pipe useful for anything?
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
Wow, this escalated so quickly. Vibrations! Oh no! Sheet metal! My one true weakness!
Warehouse of some sort
rust
on the
and
opposite
chipping
shore.
paint.
I hoped I could find a car from there.
Non-union construction. What am I doing? Like, what was my character right there doing? It looked like he was stuck in midair while also trying to catch his breath. Flying is hard, yo. Yeah, that would have happened regardless of the monsters, the spirits, whatever. That
The
would have
darkness
happened.
that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
You're probably sick of people flinging axes at you, so here's a bunch of stuff. Yeah, fuck you, piece of piping. Not giving me any lead poisoning. You won't be reusing recycling to make airliners. Yeah. We built you, we can destroy you. This is how Philip K. Dick saw the modern society. They will just rise up and attack us for reasons beyond us. You're still my friend. Oh god, what is this? It's Magneto doing this? Magneto's doing this, isn't he? Ian McKellen, what are you up to? Besides being amazing, of course. Ooh, a manuscript. Wake and the dark presence in the... They even have a lodge! Okay, I get it. You like Twin Peaks. And before you say they mean the lodge elsewhere, you know what they mean when they say something like lodge.
I slammed the door shut right in his smug face. He pleaded for me to open the door. True to form, the asshole actually thought I would obey. I had no sympathy left, no guilt either, not for him. I took a moment to savor the scream. I bet I had a smile on my face. It was all that I had time for. The dark presence was inside the lodge with me.
Yeah, this is you clearly going insane into a psychotic killer. I mean, this is what happens when you listen to the voices. You have to bully the voices out of your head.
As a teenager, just starting to get interested in writing, Stephen King had been a source of inspiration to me.
Okay.
I thought about all the inanimate objects that had come to life in his books.
Yeah.
No one is safe in a good horror story. Certainly not the protagonist. That's what makes them fun. This was anything but. The darkness could possess anything, and it was getting closer.
Alright, I don't know how well you guys can see this right now, but as far as I can tell, my character is absolutely still. No breathing animation, no nothing. Look at that. Yep. Not even blinking. He's just... When he goes up the ladder, he's just absolutely still if you're not in motion. A simple breathing animation. They've had that in Mass Effect 1, for fuck's sake. They had that in Dragon Age 1. Both games. I'll finish Mass Effect 1, absolutely. Whoa! To switch for the heavy duty flashlight. Hell yeah. Heavy duty flashlight. Why can't he carry two? Like, he has a pistol, a bunch of batteries, bullets, a flashbang, flares. Well, at least we've upgraded from our Energizer one. Just realized that. Which I find fascinating because that's sponsored. Oh boy, I forgot how tired I am. Like I said, this will be the only stream today, folks, but like I also said, Friday comes around, endurance stream. It will start as soon as I'm awake. Literally, I'll be eating breakfast. I don't know when that'll be, that really depends on tomorrow. If you're curious, we will be playing Skyrim, and I don't just mean we'll be playing Skyrim, we're going to be playing all of Skyrim. So that's Friday. I don't know if that'll last 24 hours. I might be able to get everything done by then. That includes the DLC, and mods, some of which I have not beaten. I have not beaten Project AHO. I have not beaten the sequel to that, and I have not beaten oh, I did. I recently finished, I was going to say Pit Fighter. Now, that's a fun DLC. Mod. Remember the difference. I've also never fully built a house in Heartfire. So we'll do this all either with one character or several. And if we run the entire gauntlet over the course of a day, and then some, I will play some Sims 4. No mods, unfortunately, and that makes me sad. Very sad. But we will play the challenge. We'll create a sim that is perfectly able to cope with... Oh, what the fuck? Being a hobo. Yeah, once you get into a corner, that's it. They fucked you up. Oh god. Come on. You really do have to hold down the button. That's another thing. It's not just as simple as hold it down as in like for a few seconds. You have to hold it down to do anything in this game. That's it. Energizer. Low Energizer videos. Oh, did you? Oh, fucker. Yeah! Shotgun, baby! The heavy duty one doesn't seem to do much difference in comparison, gotta say. Don't you do that! No! Yeah, this doesn't do any extra power, gotta say. Gotta say, it doesn't do anything different. Where's the flashbangs? Fucking throw the damn flashbang! I'm double clicking this button. Crazy. There. Something happened. I don't know what. A glitch. But the way I was throwing it before doesn't seem to magically work now. Oh. In lights you can hurt them. No, really? Really? In lights you can hurt them? Whereas before you just couldn't. I had no idea. Pick up flare. Revolver. Lithium. Flare. TV! Does that mean? Folks, best part of this whole game.
For granted. Unaware that they are merely a thin veneer of desperate self-delusion, covering a vast cosmos of madness and horror. All too often, the stars are right. In Night Springs.
Welcome to Night Springs.
Tonight's episode, a family occasion. Journalist Alvin Derlett's trip to study the local customs of an insular community in Night Springs has been less than successful. Until tonight.
Well, I'm glad you changed your minds about this. Ancient customs, local mythology. My editor loves this kind of stuff.
Well, Mr. Derleth, we don't want to feel like we're on exhibition. But you have demonstrated the seriousness of your intent.
Oh, I am serious. Really, just do your thing. I'll stay out of your way and observe.
Actually, I thought you could assist us. I'm afraid we are a man short. It would provide you with an intimate perspective.
Did I really?
Of course, Mr. Derleth.
Well, I guess that's the least I...
Everyone has chubby
cheeks. What would I have to do?
Oh, here. Let me show you with a kiss.
Okay. Now YouTube. There we are.
Oh, Mr. Derleth, you have well pleased Nixie Perka, the dweller in flesh. Your body shall boast his 1,000 young, and all shall be glory.
Lovecraftian nightmare.
Alvin Derleth learned a harsh lesson. If you go looking,
that one was a bit of a rushed episode. They're getting crappier as the season goes on.
And such quests always bear fruit. In Night Springs.
She gave him she gave him like super duper herpes. Like Lovecraftian herpes. HB Herpcraft. Ah, nice, Dylan. Very nice. I appreciate that one. HB Herpcraft. Beautiful. Stunning. Majestic. Why I laugh? I make myself laugh. And if you do not make yourself laugh, how do you expect others to find it funny?
The darkness surged towards me, sucking everything loose from the ground into its depths, tugging at my clothes. I saw the flare the kidnapper had dropped and threw myself towards it just as I felt my feet leave the ground. The darkness embraced me with the force of a tornado. Somehow I managed to light the flare. The darkness roared and cast me away. I fell toward the dark waters of the lake far below.
The darkness is my icy soul. Wait, no, I got a better one. Darkness. No parents. Continue darkness. Opposite of light. Shadow of anyone knows what that's from. Oh, JCB. Sweet. Dark, blacked out windows. Black coffee. That's just the first verse. From where I gotta make them, basically. Oh, fuck you. Not anyone in the chat particular, just that dude that did that. Yes, it was. Evil JCB. I understand. No, I was walking away from it. Shouldn't happen. It is, isn't it? If only I could do something like there, see? This game was played up so much at the time, but I mean, Christ, I can see why this was given away for free, by the way. 2012, one of 2012's darlings. I'm pressing quite heavily X to doubt on that front.
I had never been this glad to see the sunrise. I had a couple of
hours
escalated at the coal mine.
That became really sunny really quick. What happened to the JCB? Is it still just there being evil?
The coal mine wasn't far now.
That's why we've stuck on this shot and panning over without really any sort of payoff.
Today, I would meet the kidnapper, and he would give me Alice. I wouldn't give him any other choice. A drowning man will clutch at a straw.
Welcome to Bright Falls. Okay, but we've already established... I wonder what sort of... I didn't have my flashlight or my gun. Why? It's just... It's like the start of every Ultima game bar 1. It's meant to happen exactly after the previous one, but you don't have any of the super duper weapons you needed. Do you think it would be a good idea to take the car down? Wait, can I take the car down? Please let me take the car down. I don't want to walk the whole thing. Oh, so you gotta love this. There's a stamina meter, but you can't see it. Just in case you think it's being cut off by something. It's not here on screen, but clearly he has a limit on his sprinting. God, you can see a good game behind this, can't you? Like, you can see it trying to poke through. It's just... not there. It's just... the mechanics are shit. The writing is... yeah, I knew it. The writing is atrocious. You're not quite sure what to do and how to... Why did he stop? That's what I want.
Little by little, without realizing it, I'd come to believe that the story in the manuscript was coming true. The current of its narrative had taken me deeper and deeper into dark waters. Alice had been taken from me. Barry was probably in jail. I was a fugitive from the FBI. The whole world taken over by the dark presence was trying to destroy me.
Why?
And it felt real. But it matched a textbook case of insanity.
Yeah. And I bet you the payoff is going to be he's actually insane. But nothing is explained. It's just sort of like, oh, now the FBI are chasing you. Why? Here's your dark presence. Why? Now I can get inside of this one. Alright. Can I get inside this? That'd be kind of cool. Fuck you, car. Well, Darker Elite. Oh wow, this thing drives like I feel right now. Look at this. Also drives like it's made out of, like it has a little tiny motor from like a child's toy. Hey, Darker Elite. I'm going to be doing the endurance run on Friday. Feel free to either pop in the chat or pop in the Discord chat. I know Jay Darke said he's got to try to come down. Of course, I'll be there for over 24 hours, so anyone really can hop into the Discord chat. Well, let's see what new madness is this.
This is Pat Main, and you're listening to KBF FM. Folks, I want to apologize for kind of abandoning you to that looping music track last night, but I was detained. You see, I encountered a big shot G-man with an itchy trigger finger who could use a lesson in manners and a boot in the ass. Not necessarily in that order either. Now, folks, I know I'm not being very informative here, and I apologize for that. I really should just keep quiet.
Through, though.
I'm just so peeved right now, because some people just shouldn't be carrying badges. I'm just glad that our Sheriff Breaker was there to straighten things out. And if someone I met last night is listening, let me just say, I'm sorry if my mouth got you in trouble. I'm pretty sure you're not the bad guy here. Godspeed, son.
I don't even know whose side anyone is on.
On a lighter note, I'll be talking to Dr. Nelson all morning. But first, a little music.
Mostly about big mouth bass and what you can stick in said mouths. It's his favorite topic. Oh. So yeah, I'll start streaming, like I said, as soon as I fall down and break my neck, apparently. Was I even able to fall? Was I supposed to fall down this way? There we go. Yeah, I'll play Skyrim for as long as possible, and then I will play Sims. Also, I will probably play some Euro Truck and American Truck for old time's sake. I hear the next bill, you might be interested, the next one for American Truck is going to be Utah. What did we say? What did I say year after year? It's going to be it's going to be Utah because of the way the map's laid out. So that is the next one on the list, is Utah. So when that happens, they've already got gameplay footage down for not investors, journalists. And I'm sure my character can drive this, but at this point I'm just walking, running for the sake of it. There, see? Bit of natural beauty up there in the corner. A ranger station. Makes me want to play Fallout Zion DLC. I ran here, but there's a car. I ran here. Used to give you a car around about this point. Now you see, there's some practicality that could have added in. Porta potty. And look, even as a trash bag, everything is accounted for. Yet there's no ranger. Is nothing manned? Also, that bed looks so uncomfortable. That little circular map they've got going on there, though. And is that the great state of Washington right there? I believe it is. Or at least a small little part of it.
Welcome back to KBF FM. Hope you enjoyed that tune. Now, Doc, you were talking about life and finding that special someone, that soulmate.
Well, you were talking about that. I was saying I don't buy it.
Well, see, to me that's strange, because I always pegged you as a hopeless romantic.
You got me there, Pat. But I think love's where you look for it. And you do a lot of looking, sure. But the idea that there's that one special person out there for you, and if you miss that chance, it's gone forever and you're forever incomplete. I mean, isn't that depressing? Or, heck, childish even? There's plenty of fish in the sea.
POF,
apparently
if you
a
will.
fisherman has a fishing analogy for everything, but what you're saying, isn't that a little harsh?
Well, no. What I am saying is that your potential for finding that connection isn't limited to what's essentially a chance encounter. How is that harsh?
Yeah, well, I guess that's a nice thought, but let me say something personal here.
Okay.
Now, well, I don't disagree with you exactly, but I can't really fit that together with what I feel, what I felt for someone, because she was the one. She was. And I let her drift away from me. Maybe I didn't put in the work, I don't know, but, well, since then, and it was a long time ago, but since then there hasn't been anyone, not like her. And I'm not saying I dwell on her or haven't moved on.
Have a shrine dedicated to her memory of toenail
But
clippings.
I do miss the way she completed me.
You can't argue with the heart, Pat.
I'm sorry, folks. I had kind of a scary experience last night, and let's just say it's shaken a few things loose.
And that's where we're going to end our show, apparently. What the fuck? Not this show, but the radio show. This show goes on for a little bit longer, I do believe. Actually, how long? But I will pause for one of those magical, now famous, low-energy potty breaks. Yeah, this game is just basically wandering around, listening to talk radio and fighting ghosts. Oh, and also reading terrible manuscripts and watching slightly acceptable knockoffs of The Twilight Zone. So, as it stands, it's basically I Have a Podcast in 2011, the video game. Back in a second. Alright, let's go back in time to see that dark early. Yeah, I heard that. I don't know if that's this game, but I know there is a game with that is what happens. It's kind of like copyright protection kicks in. I sometimes like when a game gets like that, it gets creative. For example, there was a glitch in Witcher 3 that allowed you to fuck over the money system. They got unlimited cash by something like killing a particular cow or something like that. You waited in an area, and this either enemies spawned and they kept on glitching and respawning, or you kept killing cows over and over again. So what the people in CD Projekt Red, I'm gonna grab some beer here. What they did was, this is fucking hilarious if anyone doesn't know. They patched in this, and if I did this now on my copy of it, I'll get this. You kill the cow or kill the enemies, wait, and when you're done waiting, a cutscene starts in where a taxman shows up and wonders where all your money comes from. And your character has to kind of like defend his actions. Like he's like, well, I just found it there. You wouldn't be, for example, waiting and then killing things, collecting its monetary value, and then waiting and doing it again, are you? Well, here's your audit. It gives you an audit right then and there. It's brilliant. I also liked, well, no, I didn't like, but I always remember the copyright wheels they used to give you back in the day on like older games. Some games used to get like this sort of pinwheel you used to spin around, and it would give you instructions how to use it. Like it was made. It was there with the manual. And halfway through the game, or even near the end of the game, it would pause and ask you for it. And sometimes they'd weave that into like the plot of the video game. Shit! Oh, okay. This place looks very stable. Stable. Yep. I'm not drunk! Oh, for fuck's sake. Does that mean I have to go back up? I don't have to listen to the whole thing, but I have to turn it back on. Anyway, there's shit to steal. I'll then get out of here and... I remember this is the game that got really famous anyway because of the Energizer. I remember it being Duracell, but whatever. And,
Welcome back to KBF.
I don't need to listen to you all, man.
Enjoyed that too. Now, Doc, you were talking about life and finding that special someone, that soulmate.
Well, you were talking about that. I was saying I don't buy it.
Yeah, it was sponsored by Energizer, and they used to drop ads everywhere, but I don't see it. I see their logo now and again. Fuck you, tree. You're part of the problem, not the solution. Speaking of trees, they were brought up a lot in the debate between Ken Hovind and Hugh and Jake yesterday. I watched it this morning and... what a piece of cunt meat. He is an absolute piece of cunt meat. He actually had a bunch of kids in the back, in like the back behind the camera, and they'd just be like his like cheerleaders. And Hugo and Jeek constantly called him out on it, as well as him being a he is a stupid piece of shit, but he's a condescending stupid piece of shit. And you know, they'll be like, oh, who do you think won? It's the original Prince of Persia that would have you dress, would be like, hey, you have to drink the correct at like 30 different potions. You die, here you go back to the start to read the manual. That's cool. And get this, by the way, to show what sort of shitty world we live in now. You know those websites that sell like stolen keys at like incredibly cheap prices? Some game developers have literally said to anyone who can't afford or doesn't want to pay for our game, please consider pirating it than buying it from these people, because it would actually save us financially if you pirate it. Like, some developers are outright stating you have G2 something interactive, G2 whatever interactive. They sell like game keys. Jim Sterling talked about them not too long ago. But my fucking Christ, what a shitty position you're in, where you're actually suggesting to people that this is actually worse than piracy. So if you're going to steal from us, just pirate the old-fashioned way.
For Mott, spying on the writer on the ferry had been a disappointment. His boss had made Wake out to be something special, but Mott hadn't been impressed. He'd gotten a good long look up the wife, though, and he liked what he saw. Mott had fantasized about goading Wake into a fight, but it hadn't happened. Still, he'd get his chance to see if the writer had anything
response
in it.
to that?
He'd been promised as much.
There's so much to get worked up over, you know. Like, they're just playing it up for drama. No, they're fucking not. You're taking money away from tiny developers who already don't trust companies like Steam, and rightly so, or Epic Games, although a lot of people actively try to work with Epic Games because they feel like they're getting a great deal. Like, I got this from Epic Games. Epic Games has been good for me, but at the exact same time, my stuff is stolen. There's no way around it. And I don't mean my games, I mean like my personal information. It has almost certainly been sold at this point. It's like you're going to E3 and you're a YouTuber. Well, congratulations, all your information is out there. Yahtzee, Lazy Games, I think some of the guys from Penny Arcade. Whoa, cars don't drive for... Look at that turn! Look at it! Look at this shit! Is the ground made of ice all of a sudden? Did they make the tires completely smooth? Look, you can see ridges on them. Nice car, I gotta say. It's retro-y 70s.
I was early. I was supposed to meet the kidnapper at noon in the main building. The coal mine was quiet. It was a museum now.
And like all museums, no one shows up even though it's free. Which kind of is sad now you think about it. While there were some earlier residents in the area, the true genesis of the town of Bright Falls came with the founding of Bright Falls Mining Company and the opening of Bright Falls coal mine in 1878. Although the work was hard and dangerous, many immigrants, Germans, Poles, Italians, Finns and Swedes, among others, worked the mines. That's true. Not counting the Cornish though, apparently, the greatest miners. What I understood, Gamescom is going to replace E3 as a big gaming convention, not that it's possible. I think the age of gaming conventions is done. Quite honestly, I don't think most people, I don't think there's any need to. I mean, back in the 80s and the early 90s, gaming conventions was a very important thing. But, you know, it's just not necessary. If someone wants to release information about a game, they just have to do like a live stream. Everything else is just pointless. And let's be honest here, E3, some games base their it's like the Oscar season. Some movies try to be an Oscar film, and in the process lose out on something. Like something really important. While lucrative at first, mining steadily declined in the 20th century. The seams were rich but hard to get at, and the volcanic activity area made the mine shafts particularly dangerous. Let's have a look. There's actually a mine like this, the Arigna mining experience. Check that shit out on YouTube. It's only a few miles to the northeast of us, I do believe. And it's also the end of my bus route. I've never been up there. Nintendo paved the way for downfall of game convention with the direct. Sony already looking into the development equivalent. Yeah. And not only that, let's be honest here. All the cool kids go to PAX. And then there's a bunch of smaller ones. Like Paracon and Cons, I think, is where it's really at. The sort of Quake Cons, the Paracons, BlizzCon, that's another one. Like company issued gala events with like tournaments and shit. That's where the money is. And they're niche things. Maybe not for everyone, but the fact is, everyone, even when it was open to the public, not everyone came. And hell, after watching LGR and Yahtzee's video behind it, like the behind the scenes of it, it didn't seem all that impressive. It seemed like a lot of walking and talking and taking forever to see anything. And no, I suppose it's interesting to see like when they went behind the scenes of like the stage. That was kind of cool, but I don't know. I don't see it having much use in the future.
With Nightingale gone and the night wind blowing in through the broken studio window, Maine stared at Sarah. The sheriff looked away. Maine's voice shook with barely controlled anger. That boy's doing more drinking than thinking. I hope you know what you're doing, Sarah. He's got a sickness in his eyes. You take my word for it. He wants Wake for a reason, and it's not for anything good.
I wish I knew what he wanted me for. It's not really established. Speaking of established, B. In 1970, a volcanic eruption blew Blue Cauldron Lake. While relative minor, it caused most of the deep mining tunnels to collapse. 32 miners. I have not heard that. I know very little of Evo, except for the except for any drama that may or may not come with it. But I know very little of Evo. And all mining around Bright Falls came to a final stop. Now many of the remaining buildings are protected historical landmarks. Cool. Okay, so there was a big explosion, mining gone. Yeah, this is Silent Hill. There's no other way around it. This is Silent Hill. And now for a random cutscene that was no way led up.
I didn't want to go outside. Cops had to be looking for me.
Why?
The new sun turned the place into a sauna. The day dragged on. Different scenarios ran through my mind. Ways of how I'd torture the kidnapper to get Alice back. Or the different horrible things he could have done to her. I imagined her dead. I had no way of knowing she was still alive. It was killing me.
Fuck you, Chair. You're in on it.
I was running on blind hope. It was all a waste of time. The bastard never showed up.
Thus meaning this entire thing was pointless.
Wait!
Where the hell are you?
Change of plans. You know where Mirror Peak is? It's a big mountain north of where you are. You follow the path from the mine, you can't miss it. There's a lookout point there. I'll be waiting.
I'm through being jerked around by you.
I'll be waiting.
Because if you do, you better watch what you say to me. Do we understand each other?
I know.
I want to talk to Alice.
Yeah, and I want the manuscript. Don't keep me waiting, Wake.
Hello? Hello! Ah! I'm gonna kill him!
I had to get to Mirror Peak.
Alright.
It was close. Maybe closer than ever before.
He took that so well. Okay, so Evo's furry. We got the gist of it so far. When you said furry, I thought about that guy Mr. Medicare mocked, the one who I can't even fully remember. Like, I knew he was fascinated with like fucking animals and little kids. No, was it little kids? No, it might have been someone else. God, there's a lot of fucks on the internet, Jesus Christ. It's hard to keep a track of them all. They made for good drama though, I can't deny it. I'm in deep now. I used to be able to get out, I can't anymore. I must know this drama. This part here has a very Resident Evil vibe to it. Old school Resident Evil. The as it comes on stage, full fursuit, almost reminds me of a professional wrestling gimmick. Okay. Alright, they clearly must have known he was going to do that, and also... That's fine, I mean... For all the shit he's done, Dr. Disrespect is technically in a costume. It's not much of a costume, but it's still...
When Thomas Zane fell for Barbara Jagger, it happened fast. She was young, vibrant, and beautiful, full of life. He had never been a very happy man, and without any seeming effort, she had changed all that. Zane felt good for the first time in his life. Everything she did was another piece of a jigsaw puzzle he hadn't even known he'd been missing. And best of all, she made the words flow, strong and sharp. She was his muse.
Uh-oh, she thinks she can do everything. Bitch be getting uppity. That's a whole lot of pistol ammo. That means there's gotta be a boss around here somewhere. Yay! You don't need to tell me where you're going. Come and go as you please. Although, before you go, clarify something. The furry thing, was it just that he actually went on stage as a furry? Because if he did, so long as it doesn't affect his gaming, I don't see what the problem is. I mean, it looks a bit stupid, but all furry suits look stupid. They're also really uncomfortable, I imagine. But no, if you want to go someplace else, I say this to Bill, I said it to Short Bus, I say this to anyone who wants to stay, and then somebody feels like, oh, watch something else, then go watch it. Load, 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 load. Load beard. So they throw inanimate objects at you. And bad guys. That's the enemy roster so far. Objects and bad guys. And the bad guys, for the record, blunt objects. Random flashbangs here in an old abandoned train yard, okay. Damn, that barrel will be angry, yo. Whoa. Was it Bill or Shopus who said the game was uncompleted? Like, uncompleted. Okay, let's try that. Words again there, Dylan. Incompleted. Yeah.
What the hell?
You're shitting me. I want birds. Get birds. So I also fight a tornado. Alright, so I got to fight a tornado.
The only way to reach the hillside ahead was to go through the building. I had to find a way to avoid electrocution.
Well, then you do what Half-Life did and you follow the wires. He had some sort of flare. Fling things at me, young man. Yes, it is assume your gender. Ah, you fools! Oh, flare gun, the ultimate weapon in this game. Why is everyone in the same tracksuit? And where did they all get those hand sights from? I know it's the countryside, but Jesus Christ. I don't like the way when they strike at you, they automatically get 2 hits. That's not cool. I have to be very careful with my flare gun. Good. Good. Ah. Your inanimate object is no match for mine. They are. They're very rare. Zelwickian camels for days. I should have picked up a bottle of Zelwicki in all fairness. It's very cool and refreshing. I've been drinking all day though, I'm not gonna lie. Not much, proportionally, but still. There! What are you motherfuckers? I think when you die, they need to start squatting over you and posing while some really pseudo-racist Russian shit starts playing. Maybe random pictures of Putin start appearing everywhere. Don't fling shit at me! Maybe fling shit at me, because then I don't die. Motherfuckers want to party? I can party. You're just all getting nice and close now. You hear? Oh, you spreading out? No, you're all in for the kill. That's how that works. See what I mean? A nice fat kill. It's a shotgun, but that was not cool, bro. What that was the opposite of cool. That was Lithuania. That was motherfucking Lithuania. By the way, not too long ago I had to explain to someone that Estonia was a country. Yes, they were American. I'm gonna say who. 2 people in the chat team. Maybe only 2 people who ever watched this will actually know what I'm talking about. Yeah. But I forget what it was, and it just I did this word I kept on using. Wait. Alright, I'll switch to the flashbangs, they're a lot easier. Those fucking flare things. I'm like, what word do you not understand? Estonia. It's a Baltic country. The Baltic. You know the Baltic, right? I didn't even know where the Baltic was. Oh, I'm just an American. Bullshit. Pizzle. fucks left. Can't be that hard. Just have to. There. Shit! Ah! Let me run! Your inability to work with tight spaces are no match for me. Victory! Victory on the high seas, sire. Oh, I was getting tired of that music stuff. And here we go. Best fucking use your flare. It's what it's there for. It's what it's there for. Why aren't you using the flare? Nope. 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 At least I checkpointed. I'm actually glad you can't see it on screen, but sometimes like a big capital A and then a uncapital A come up. That's the cap logs going on and off over and over again. I know, I'm pissed off about it too. Alright, while we wait, I'm gonna grab another tube. Where to put the rest of the damn things? Beer? Beer, where are you? I think you've had enough low energy. I think your mother is a troglodyte. That's a very specific slur. I know. I try to keep people on their toes. As I did to someone in a random chat a few days ago, sweet liquor eases the pain. Or in this case, beer. A quote from our friends up at the top corner there. Hi, I'm Troy McClure. You might remember me from such films as... Fuck yeah, Troy. Dude, why would... What? Come on. There you... This is the powerful... spotlight. Weird. What? What? What was that madness, I do ask? Mostly for a friend. That friend being me, who is royally angered. How come only sometimes? This is why the game gives you the grenades. In this case, the flare. So why the fuck isn't it working when I want it to work? They are beating me up. See, I'm a scab coming in to take their good union-paying jobs. Fucking throw! There we are! Christ almighty. Where is he? Where the fuck did they go? Fuck you, shitty mechanics of controls. I have a feeling I'm gonna beat this game, but it's going to be so frustrating beforehand. Do you recall this is the normal mode? Imagine what it's gonna be like on like hard mode. Not that I'll ever play it in hard mode the second I'm done with this. Because that's what I fucking want. Oh, nice. They're just lining up, getting shot. You gotta love it. Trust no one in the dark. Yeah, these aren't really like, at this point, awe-inspiring quotes. It seems more like a given at this point. Light equates good. In fact, if you didn't know this, you wouldn't be this far in the game. Well, you probably wouldn't even be this far in life. Oh, this person down a dark, seedy alleyway wants me to follow them. See? Manuscript.
Some of the Taken retained echoes of their former selves, but these were just the nerve twitches of a dead thing. Nothing remained but a shell covered and filled with darkness. In most cases, these puppets were enough for the purposes of the dark presence. But for anything more elaborate, as with the writer, it was different. It needed his mind. And so rather than taking him over completely, it merely touched him.
Later, he'd show the court where it touched him. Touching you! Oh, it's the darkness, yeah. I'm leaving the thing I love. I will not ever promise not to not do that again. So you're all welcome. Hey look, a car with some bullets and other stuff and light on. I wonder if I'll be using that. Mother Nature, no! What are they doing to you? % of Alan Wake's experience so far has just been him going through the same wooden shacks and old abandoned logging camps. Over and over.
There was no way the flashbang grenades were standard power company equipment.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. That is, in all fairness, not terrible. They're literally addressing it. Which hopefully means it will be all explained away. Maybe even the terrible writing. Oh yeah, these things. It's never explained what happens if you don't do this. Come on. No, wait. We are peaceful. Bands. You're deadful. That's what you are. Oh, Jesus. The alcohol and the drink are really kicking... the tiredness. The alcohol and the drink. The alcohol and the tiredness are really kicking in. Ooh, I've been giving you about 2 hours of content. I'll give you 1 more hour. So you get a nice round... you get a nice fat 3 hours. Not round. Small number. So I'll give you 3 hours. It's another 55 minutes. So apparently some can handle the light a lot better than others. Ooh, I guess it's just... it doesn't really tell you. Like, there's no way of telling which... There's no real way of telling. You can handle the darkness better than others. Alright. See, with enough open space, I'm alright. It's just when they box me in. Also, here's a question to anyone listening to right now. In shooters, do you approve when your gun is empty and you switch it out, when you switch back to it, it has no bullets, but you have more bullets? Do you think that a game should automatically load that gun up for you, or should you do it yourself? Because I believe that if you have some bullets in your inventory, you switch out a gun, whether it be a first person or a third person or whatever, that a gun should automatically load back up those bullets. Unless those bullets might also be needed for another gun. Let's just say that you have a pistol and a semi-automatic machine gun. Like a submachine gun or something like that. And they both use 9mm. But if it is just like there's one shotgun type in the whole game, and you didn't have some shotgun shells when you used it last, and you switch over to it and you found like 5 more, should they be loaded automatically or should you have to do it? Also, when you click and there's no bullets, do you think that the character should immediately reload the gun and then try to fire? Because I think they should. Keeps the flow going, you know?
I stared through the bars of the jail cell.
Yeah, because you might want to... There might be, for example,
feet,
achievements,
looking as ill
50
as I
pistol
felt.
kills, but you're
Agent
constantly
Nightingale stood on the other side of the
your...
bars with Sheriff Breaker. Nightingale had a stack of manuscript pages in his hand. He seemed unhinged as he gloated. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here. All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder a federal agent.
Yeah, Raymond Chandler. My God, that's the names of 2 characters from sitcoms. Raymond from Everyone Loves Raymond, to Chandler, who of course is Chandler from Friends. So as a result, yeah. Demon Bin. It says I'm meant to go down this way, so I'm actually going to go up this way. I honestly think, I don't know the history of this, maybe if that great, oh, it's a great YouTube channel, I really recommend anyone who loves gaming, check it out. Ravik or something like that. They have like the rise and fall of particular gaming titles or particular gaming studios, the history of like big budget titles. I'd love them to do a history on the creation and the basics of this game, because I'd love to know at one point, was this meant to be like a walking simulator where you'd interact in like a puzzle game, like Myst, or I suppose Layers of Fear? You have no real way of defending yourself. Look at that. Cool. Yeah, see? A reward by exploring. And here's my punishment for going exploring. And yes, I consider combat in this game a bit of a... How was Felix's latest foray into the YouTube sphere? I hate how they have unlimited things to throw at you. They should only be able to do that once. Carrying. Would you fucking... There! Jesus Christ, well at least I kept my flashbangs, only because, as always, it doesn't respond when I try to click on them. Ugh. Frazzle and indeed Gazzle. Perhaps even Dazzle. Neat. Lately who's been getting back into Minecraft? My roommate Metal Monkey, Chris. He doesn't really watch these streams anymore for a very practical reason. He's surprised. It's not that he cares one way or another if the game's good or not. It's just the Wi-Fi. If he were to watch it on the PS4, it would actually fuck up our Wi-Fi.
I had no real plan. I was going to give the kidnapper all the manuscript pages I had for Alice. If that wasn't enough, I'd hold him at gunpoint and make him talk.
I told him to go and do a video explaining, because he loves to mine. He loves to go and be really efficient at getting like the most out of a mine or whatever. I told him to go and make a video explain, like, well, why don't you just like show people pump action? Nice. And he says too many people do that anyway. I told him that's a terrible attitude. Like, who cares if 50 million people do the exact same thing? No one else could do it like you. I told you, man, I try to get Minecraft to work on this thing and the whole game just crashes. Why? I ain't got a hoxin' clue. I haven't touched Minecraft in years as a result. Ah! Oh, great. Great, so we can't swim apparently. I'm getting my laptop next week. I'm going to put it through its paces, and if it can get Minecraft to work, I might try to stream it, but even then I don't know if my laptop will be able to stream.
I had no real plan. I was going to give the kidnapper all the manuscript pages I had for Alice. If that wasn't enough, I'd hold him at gunpoint and make him talk.
Minecraft works, great. If Stardew Valley works, great. If Skyrim works, Jesus Christ, really? I'll be sorted. No, not Fortnite, never. I'm not even joking about this. I've experienced Fortnite here. I'm not 14 years old. I'm a fucking grown-ass man, and I cannot stand Fortnite. I cannot stand the people on Fortnite. I cannot stand the culture around Fortnite. I cannot stand Fortnite. So, as a result, I'm not ever going to play Fortnite again. This is a very typical game. They give you a new weapon, so they'll immediately fling a bunch of enemies at you to test it out. Which is good, because that's kind of why you want the weapon. Ooh, a house. What pray tell over here now, yeah? Dark Souls is a game I probably get into. I briefly played Bloodborne, and while I wasn't any good at it, I'm not any good at most games I play that aren't strategy or simulation. Then again, if my my laptop can't play it, my laptop can't play it, you know? That's right, minions of darkness, come to me, get stuck in on yourselves at the wall. Hang on, let's reload. Now, my gaming choices are not going to be much. I mean, don't forget, man, what am I going to do next year? I'm going to be traveling across America. I won't have time to do live streams like that. There'll be a lot of IRL live streams. My phone, in other people's houses. If they have setups and they want to help me live stream, well, that's different. They can set the tone. They can play whatever game they want to play. Hell, who knows? I might even, for the first time since I was like 6, play Mario Kart. That's good to know. And if that's the case, then I know what else will work on that. Demon's Souls. Assuming I like the game. That's very important to know. It's not a gaming laptop either, you know that, right? Like, the laptop I'm getting is going to be very basic. I mean, I don't know if I can even play any Paradox games on that thing, which will really affect me. I'm not going to even kid about that. I love me some Hearts of Iron, but that motherfucker churns up. Processing ability. There we go. Now I was thinking like really older games than that. Daggerfall comes to mind. I can finally beat Daggerfall. Morrowind. Oh well, that's shit. I'll find games I can play, but I mean, they just won't be games that most people would need to actually play. And that
the dark presence was moving ahead of me in the same direction I was going. A cold feeling settled itself in the pit of my stomach. Was it going for Alice?
I don't know, was it? Is it a metaphor? It's usually a metaphor. Daggerfall, Morrowind, Oblivion, I'm sure I can pull all those off. But then again, can I stream them at the same time? That's the thing. If I can't stream Stardew Valley, I won't be able to stream Morrowind, you know? But, I mean, Christ, I have to think of my priorities. Like, oh, here's a great example. Age of Wonders Planetfall came out a few days ago, and I would love to play that. Undertale, no. I like looking at people playing Undertale. I would not want to play Undertale. Not my thing. Bullet Hells, God no. I don't even like Enter the Gungeon all that much. I think it's a fun experience to look at, but same with Binding of Isaac, for that matter. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm getting my laptop next week. I'm gonna put the laptop through its paces. I will find games that work for it, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna kid. You're not gonna see anything too extreme. It's probably games I've already played here before, with a few older ones coming in. Who knows? I might become a solely retro streamer, not being able to play anything past like 2001, which could be pretty fucking cool. But at the exact same time, I won't care about gaming. Like, I'm gonna be homeless. I don't care. Math games? Oh, edutainment. That's true. I didn't even think of that. Now that is something I would definitely be down for. I've seen enough edutainment stuff over the years. Yeah, I could be definitely down for that. I'd like to play the one where you're the trucker and you have to be like spelling your name. Like, not spelling your name, you have to spell faster and faster, and you're kind of having to drive across America while also learning how to type. I thought that was a pretty cool game. I also want to play that Sonic typing game, the one that looks like a... It looks just awful. It's from like the 90s. It's just this. Yeah, there's a lot of games I could play. Let's drink some more beer here. You just have to scale back my abilities. So when people say, "Oh, have you played the new? Have you played like the new Elder Scrolls?" and I'll be crying and slitting my own wrists because I won't be able to play it. But on the plus side, I'll probably be getting laid, so that's something. Also, I think I might actually start streaming. What do you call it? The game, Newgrounds and things like that.
Graveyard shift may cause cancer.
What the fuck? The graveyard shift may cause... What the fuck is that? He can fucking shift? So on top of everything else, they can shift like fucking Quicksilver. And if I ever have a Flexscore account, when I mean Flash games, I mean Flash games. Nudge nudge, wink wink. Rogue Courier, anyone? Totally down for that shit. Girl Does Rant is not the only one who can play games that involve tits.
The place was dead, a ghost town. Had been for decades, maybe a century.
I think I will miss some of the gaming facets, but I mean, Christ almighty, next year I have to set my priorities so much higher. Bloons Tower Defense. Dude, I'll be lucky next year if I end up being able to play a game of Solitaire. Fuck you, chassis of classic car. Why doesn't the darkness just, like, attack me? I mean, it can hurl shit around, it can possess bodies, but...
Things were never as simple in real life as in fiction. I had lost count of the times I had wished there'd be a clear reason for my writer's block. Something to fight. something to lash out on. There wasn't. I was filled with doubt. I was nothing like the hero in my books. Alex Casey had gone through his life with single-minded determination, never wavering from his goal. Even now, I was angry at myself, angry at Alice, angry at Barry. I was fumbling and I had no plan.
Is this game literally loud screaming ghost throwing? Kind of is. And when it's not, it's a lot of talking and it's not great. Like I said, I can see a decent game here under the surface. But Christ, it is seldom poking through. Like, the premise isn't too bad. It's a Stephen King book, basically. They even quote him a couple of times. It's up its own arse, this game is. I'm not gonna lie. I can totally see why it was for free. Grey Peach Gorge. Originally found in 1928, the Grey Peach Gorge mining town was one of the permanent one of the permanent settlements of the Bright Falls Mining Company built for its workers. The nearby graveyard is a testament to the dangers that the miners face on a daily basis. Most of the men who lost their lives over the years here were buried there, a grim reminder to be careful of those who remained. Grey Peak Gorge was abandoned over almost drink. And I'm also really tired, like I said, 2 AM. I've been up for 16, 17 hours now. Grey Peak Gorge was abandoned almost overnight when the Bright Falls Mining Company closed the store in 1970. It was kind of like the movie Brightburn. It's a really good concept, but it drops the ball many times. Yeah, pretty much. I think the easiest way to put this game needed a couple of more hours in the oven, so to speak. It's not quite fully baked yet. Dare I say it's half-baked. The shooting mechanics and the combat is not necessary at all for what they're trying to tell a story of. Not at all. And it's janky and awkward. It's seldom explained. I personally believe the big twist that he's crazy is gonna happen. Now if I'm wrong, then so be it. But if I'm wrong, they have to explain everything. They can't leave this shit up to chance. Because you're seeing so much shit. It's basically just they're like, hey guys, do you like Twin Peaks? Do you like X-Files? Do you like Stephen King? Well, we got all that and more. Here at Night, I mean not Night Vale. No, not whatsoever. We have it here at Alan Wake. By the way, sponsored by Energizer. Energizer, charge your batteries. Buy more batteries. Buy the Energizer light bulbs, which don't last anywhere near as much as regular light bulbs. But cost £5 more. Oh yeah. Behold, stuff! Like I said, Philip K. Dick's greatest enemy was things. I mean, we are only at chapter 3 now. It does seem like a slog though, doesn't it? Jesus. I suppose in that regard, you are getting your bang for your buck, but it just keeps on going. And they made DLC for this and everything. Oh, come on, that guy's trapped in the museum. Shit. You let me throw a fucking flash. Oh, it's a... Zoom in. That didn't work. The other choice I could have gotten was for honor, and as I know that I don't like the For Honor to do. I mean, I actually kind of like the characters. But I think the way it played out. I also knew that the servers were fucking dead. Well, not the servers, it's kind of crap. Crap is so really close in the world. Oh, fuck! Fuck! Royally. Solely. Exclusively fuck. Hell, I was talking about this. In the UK, there was this famous actor who was in a lot of the soaps. Well, 1 and 2 things. Named Ross Kemp. And in the early 2000s, he started doing shows on like the world's deadliest gangs. And suddenly everyone was doing like bits of the deadliest gangs. I mean, whatever sells. Hell, Fallout 76 has a battle royale mode. Like, Fallout has a battle royale mode. It's... Why? What's it for? It's for money. That's what it's for. Ah. Good thing I never wanted to buy Fallout 76. I even love how Todd Howard, when he was on stage at E3, he kind of was like, wow, you guys are still here. He was kind of jokingly playing off the fact that no one likes you, Todd. You took something beautiful and you shot in it. And you said, eat it. And we're like, no, you've ruined it. And he's like, you don't like change. And I was like, that's not change. You just shat in it. I actually pissed off this, I'm not gonna lie, really hot Facebook not too long ago because I dared to suggest to her that, opening up another can of beer by the way, that Fallout 76 up to the latest patch had no NPCs. And she's like, no, it did, it had robots. And there was that super mutant guy, and I'm like, really? And what could you do with them? Well, you could buy and sell stuff. Wow, did you ever play New Vegas? Or, hell, Fallout 1 or 2? It's like, no. Wow, really? So what was the point of your charisma? Oh, it's for co-op and yeah, better bartering skills, things like that. Yeah, no. Bullshit. Fallout does not work that way. But because the money's there, Fallout works that way. Fuck that. Suffice to say, I don't think I won her over with my charm, but she thought that Fallout 76 was a good game. I don't let Oxhorn away with that bullshit. I'm not gonna let a pair of tits and a nice smile do that. Fuck you, random piece of train. Yeah. Pardon me, boy. Is this the Chattanooga? Shit. Oh my god, that's a ghost train. Safe haven. Neat. Not safe from ghost trains though, apparently. TV. Oh,
Anything outside
it's not the
of
good
writing is a
TV.
struggle.
It's a shit one.
I feel ill. I managed to make my way downstairs. There's a shoebox filled with books and papers by Thomas Zane. It's very hard to focus, but I managed to read some of it. He's a poet, and a good one. He writes of muses and creators summoning fabulous things from a magic lake, using his powers to shape the world of a realm of gods and dreams and demons, dark things that wait for a chance to slip through, wearing the flesh of men as disguise. Zane writes about himself, his girlfriend being taken over by a dark presence, about growing scared of the lake. Zane believes it's a mirror to the gaping void of darkness above, where some Lovecraftian presence lurks.
Lovecraftian!
I'll borrow these things for my story. They ring true. They fit.
Yeah, the microtransaction shit. Oh, that reminds me. Christ, my headphones are going crazy. Hold on, I have to put my headphones on charge. They have a very good life span on them, but Christ almighty, when they run out of battery life, they want to tell you. Yeah, the microtransactions, don't talk to me about single player microtransactions in the next Elder Scrolls. I do not want to hear it, because you make me feel sad and scared, because there's literally nothing we can do. All we can do is scream at them and point at all the other cases where the fans didn't support it. It's just cosmetic! Me and the other two people in the league stream and decided we are going to play through Elder Scrolls 6 until the point where we meet a character voiced by Shirley Curly. You have higher grade knowledge to me. Is she like... who? You're going to need to clear me up on this one. More consumption, please. Homer sums me up very well right now, but I've got socks on and he doesn't, and I don't have a wife beater on, or as we call them, vests, because wife beaters are just, well, is, oh Christ, Gamer Granny, yes, that's right, or Granny Gamer, or Nana Gamer. I remember Rich from Review Tech talking about her. She's cool. And she's kick-ass too. She doesn't need to bullshit the way I do, which is when she's being overpowered by magic users. She's actually comes prepared like she's a fucking witcher. Like she's got the right spells, she's got the right potions in particular. Me, I just keep reloading the game over and over again until I manage to stab the magic user in question. Against dragons or people with really heavy warhammers, I'm not very useful. P-break. Yeah, answer Bill while I'm away. He makes a very good point. I return. Yeah, I remember her saying when she found out how long the next Elder Scrolls was, that it was a shame she didn't actually get to, she wouldn't be alive for it. Like, she was very practical about it. She's like, well, it's a shame, I really enjoy Skyrim, but, like, I won't be alive for the next one. That's sad. And then people were like, oh, we have to fix that. Yeah, she's pretty cool. It is a real shame she wouldn't get to see it. It's like, I remember there was a kid who, they wanted to read the last Harry Potter book, but they had like leukemia, and she gave him, Rowling gave them like an advanced draft of the book, not finished, but like 70% finished. Make the old-fashioned Make-A-Wish Foundation, right? Oh, hunting rifle. Now this makes sense. You can have dozens of batteries on you, but apparently you can't have 2 rifles. I mean, where's he keeping all the batteries? Well, there's no more bullets for the shotgun, so... And I like the hunting rifle better, but... I do have more and more respect to the old games where you could literally have like 50 guns strapped to you and it just didn't affect you in any way. Quick check. Shit. Yeah, so play spent around 15 more minutes. So we're coming near to the end of the stream. If you haven't already, please do consider liking it if you enjoyed the stream, and sharing it to anyone who enjoys watching a drunk person complain about really bad game mechanics. Like I said, this is the only one you're getting today. I'm really tired, and you're getting Friday, for fuck's sake. Plus, while I am jarred, I'm groggy jarred, and it's only going to get more groggier, and that's not as fun. But I mean, like, Friday, yeah.
The kidnapper had sent me a text. The message was full of spelling errors and insults. It was telling me to hurry up.
We could show you the text, but we didn't design that sort of mechanic in the game, so... Oh, look, a little map. I'm assuming it's a map. Nope. Well, it is a map. It's a very dumb map. Flare gun. Flare, 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 flare. Well, there's a rock, anyway. Will they ever explain what this is? I hope so. They need to explain everything. Why everything is the way it is. Because this is a mystery, and you don't have a mystery if you don't solve it. It's like an episode of Scooby-Doo where halfway... Come on, gang, let's get out of here. They listen to Shaggy and Scooby and just leave. That's the end of the episode, you know? No, they need to explain this shit.
Birds.
Yes, Tippi Hedren, Max Headroom's first wife. Tippi Hedren's movie, I know, Birds. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Shazbots. I found out Tippi was in another film from like the 80s or 70s called Roar. That is very famous because the actors were being filmed next to up to 120 real life, not just lions. The object is that they're all like living in a like a house in the middle of the Serengeti. But those lions is that they're all real wild lions. They literally just drew them in and then filmed around them. But like a lot of those lions did end up dying anyway, so I found out about this weird ass film. I don't like what I don't suppose shit, but I mean it's still I don't like when animal cruelty happens in movies. I mean there is no reason for it in things like Cannibal Holocaust. Beautiful, stunning, majestic even. Hell yeah. They are losing their numbers. They are gaining their numbers. Shit. Follow me in here. Exit the silver mine. Yes, but can I pick up any silver? I sometimes think if you go into like an old abandoned mine, you could like pool in all the resources in your hand. I bet you'd be able to make a bit of money off it, just from like the dust still in the air, or the slivers that were like 25 for like an ounce or something like that. You'd have to pool it all together and form it. If you just do it in your hand. Like, anyway, here we go. Here's some metaphysical bullshit. Alan, make us whole. Oh, that's a different game. Isaac. Actually, alright, if someone wants to do something for me before we leave, the guy who voices Isaac Clarke in Dead Space, is he the same voice actor who plays Alan Wake? Because the two have a tremendously similar voice and character design too, actually. Shit! Well, I blinded myself, I've got a little bit of phosphorus burns, and I've wasted one of my few precious weapons. Oh great, here we go. Cool. I mean, they are. Whoa! New enemy! Oh, no. There we go. Must be getting incredibly desperate at this point. I mean, they made ice creams, they made one that was just a seal, cold seal. Oh, it had a little thing on its head and it was pure white and shut up, it's a seal. Yeah, they're getting desperate. And you know what else? Good. I mean, they are milking it for everything they're worth. Eventually they have to hit a wall. I mean, how many Pokemon are there now? Like 800 and something? Not counting like mutations and shit like that. Back in my day, there was only 150. One if you're counting Mewtwo, but he himself was probably the first mutation. I don't know why I sound like Fat Grandma from Linkara.
I'd have to make my way up this mine shaft in order to go on. Maybe the machinery could help me with that.
What am I doing? Playing Limbo? Which of course I'll be playing. Yeah, pretty much. Oh no! No, they've been desperate from day one. I would be crazy if I didn't make that abundantly clear. Like, I know that. I just absolutely love how, although they've been desperately uncreative, they're still pumping them out and people are still buying them with more gusto than they did back in my day. I mean, Game Boy Advance was the last time I would have genuinely considered buying a Pokemon game. I remember when the one came out for the N64 where you could like take pictures of your Pokemon and then have them battle in like a big gym arena. I thought that was a really cool little feature at the time. Now that's kind of like share your Pokemon adventures with your friends on Facebook and Twitter. Like it's just a given. Oh, hell, I'm an old man. Like, okay, that seems. Well, you know better than I do, man. I mean, the only way I still recognize a Pokemon being a Pokemon compared to, say, someone's, I don't know, Geopet, I guess, would be just the art style. I'd be like, oh, that's, I'm assuming, a Pokemon. And hell, I imagine that there are fan-made Pokemon. The same way there's fan-made fan-made stuff about, say, Sonic. Yeah, that's the one. Yep, that's the one. And then, of course, there's the anthropomorphication of it, where they turn them human, or pseudo-human. I've seen the My Little Pony one of that has its own show, and I'm like, wow, already people wanting to fuck the ponies, now they want to fuck the pony girls, but they're not ponies. These puzzles aren't all that complicated. I'm not gonna lie. It's not really limbo levels of puzzle confusion and irritation. So I have to give a point for that. Because puzzles, yeah, that's the art style. Too bad he stopped designing them as of late. You know, they all look kind of crappy in comparison. They're all kind of trying like, Pox Niggle! That's Niggle with a double G.
I'd have to make my way up this mine shaft
like
in order to go on. Maybe the machinery could help me with that.
A biggle. What's starting to do an N? Don't you judge me. I'm allowed to swear however the hell I like. So happens that I used an N in a wrong angle is all. But yeah, voice, he did do Red Dead Redemption 2. Ooh, thank you there, Shurpus. Was he, Marston in it, or was he, like, was he just, like, a character in it? Because, you know, tons of people do little voice acting roles here and there. Like, the amount of weird stuff Jennifer Hale pops in and it's crazy. Unless they're like, hey, why is Commander Shepard this random character in the background? She even appears in anime all the time. She's in that Cowboy Bebop movie. Which, ironically, I think is like the weakest of all Bebop material. I heard they were going to do a live action of that. I'd be down for that. I really would. So long as they don't forget the fucking style of it. That movie is all about style. The anime, I should say, is all about style. Alright, and now we Alright then, man, I'm actually going to wrap up myself. I've got a date with some Egyptian cotton and, well, mostly just Egyptian cotton. I don't have much energy to do much else. So let's just see what's down this tunnel, and then I will save. Next time I'll stream will be Friday, where I will be doing the endurance run. I don't know when that starts, because I don't know when I'm going to wake up. But as soon as I wake up, yeah. That's me. And, so you'll know when that happens, and this is a good point to quit, because we just hit a checkpoint. Also, let's be honest here, because I'm really tired, I'm really slurring. The thing about me is I'm very aware when I slur. So, yeah, I'm like... Homer has the right idea. Like, I don't need to duet, and I just need to be a creature of the now. The Homer, I left the Homer bowling ball down there in the corner. The one he got from Marge. It has your damn name on it, so you know it was from me. Right, so anyway, thank you everyone who ended up watching this, past, present, or indeed future. If you like the stream, you know what to do. Give it a thumbs up, share it. Join the Discord. You'll find the link for it down below, along with this beauty down here. The outing that you give will be going towards the world tour, which is a bit of a a bit of a lie, misinterpretation. I'll be going up to the North American continent. I won't actually be going on a world tour. So, the North American tour, I should say. But, speaking of, I will be hopefully seeing that bar going up just a smidge on the weekend. If not, that's cool too. Because either way, I'm going to do the endurance run, and I have to do the fucking endurance run. So I am curious to see how well I can do it. In case anyone doesn't know, the endurance run is 24 hours plus. So how long I can push the bar. I don't know if I can push it as far as, say, Markiplier did with his 48-hour run thing. I don't think I'm as driven as that, but who knows? Who knows? If I get to 30 hours, I'll actually be kind of cool with that. But yeah. So, sorry this is a bit of a short wasted Wednesday, but, you know, I'm tired, I'm getting really pissed. And, yeah. Yeah, I'm just not bringing my A game today. But that's fine. Hope anyone enjoyed it. Well, I was on anyway, regardless. And I will see you all again Friday, or soon, or whenever. Either way.